sun is now starting to make an appearance over Silverstone, and with the track drying up, Magnus Kirklevi starts on pole position for the second of the races in the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship with MRF Tyres. James Waite is further back, still in 5th place on the grid, which means Magnus is closing in on that championship lead. To take you through the race, it's over to Jake Sanson.
So, race 2 starting grid is the same as the race 1 finishing results. That's Magnus Kirklevi and Josh Steed. Then it's Isaac Smith and Ollie Turner. Then we'll have James Waite alongside Abby Locke. Nathaniel Hodgkiss is there in P7 alongside Ted Potts. And then we have Todd Garner and Alfie Glennie, neither of whom, sadly, able to get to the end of the previous race. So, there's going to be some interesting battles ahead of us in the second and final race of the weekend. Who's going to see the checkered flag first? We'll find out. The 5-second board goes up. The lights will come on, and we'll go racing for the second and final time in Fiesta Juniors this weekend. And it's go! Let's have a good start. And Josh Steed's got a brilliant start. He takes the lead early on. Magnus Kirklevi's going to have to try and come back, and in Ted Potts has got problems on the starting grid getting away. But it's a perfect start for Josh Steed in drier conditions too. Ollie Turner tucks in behind James Waite, and that's a flying start from Nathaniel Hodgkiss, who's got past both Abby Locke and Todd Glennie. Alfie Glennie, I should say, getting them confused already. So up the inside. That is a bold move from Isaac Smith to hang on in front of James Waite. You can see the pace of the race is ultimately a lot faster, and James Waite's trying to stuck it on the inside of Isaac Smith. They're banging doors. Ollie Turner could get a nice present here up the inside, and he does. Up on the inside of James Waite. Waite tries to carry the speed round the outside and hangs on to 4th position. So Ollie Turner down the hanger straight, just watching this all unfold. Unable to carry a little bit more speed down the hanger straight to fend off James Waite. Waite is now having a go at Isaac Smith. Smith's just gone to the wide line and has opened the door effectively to allow James Waite a crack up the inside, but Isaac Smith's going to pull right across and stop that move coming off, but the back end's going to step out, and that could be enough to give both of these guys a run. Magnus Kirklevi now all over the back of Josh Steed, trying to beat into the braking zone for the Vale chicane. Josh Steed's got the best line through, and it's absolute skittles behind as Isaac Smith hangs onto the inside line. Magnus Kirklevi now going to get the exit off of Josh Steed and dive for the inside line and takes the lead at the final turn. Magnus Kirklevi through. Josh Steed has to back down and tuck in behind. Meanwhile, Ollie Turner is on the inside of James Waite. They are battling down to the first corner, and Ollie Turner is exactly where he needs to be. Keep the foot in, Ollie. Come on, keep it in, keep it in. James Waite just drives around the outside, and Ollie Turner has to hop over the curbs. That's unsettled the car. And now Nathaniel Hodgkiss has a chance to creep up behind him. So Magnus Kirklevi trying to make the ultimate move. Oh, there's a puff of smoke. We've got a spin further back. Somebody's gone off sideways. I think that is Abby Locke who's gone off. Actually, that might be Abby Locke further back in the queue. So it's either Abby Locke or Alfie Glennie. We'll double check as a big lunge there on the inside. Sees Isaac Smith going wide and onto the grass as Isaac Smith tries to come through. We're on board with Nathaniel Hodgkiss. He's now up into P5 and might get a run on these two. They're side by side. This is how close these two have come. Into the braking zone for Stowe once again. Trying to tuck in on the inside line. There's not a lot of space. James Waite's not going to back down. Neither is Isaac Smith. Isaac's going to get the better run off the turn. And that's James Waite right off the circuit. In his bid to try and come through, Isaac Smith slams the door firmly shut. Watch out, guys. You've got Nathaniel Hodgkiss on your 6, and James Waite gets through into P3. So James Waite into 3rd position. That will definitely help in terms of his championship score. But here comes the 4th place man, Isaac Smith. He's not done yet. He's going to have another go. So let's see how this one is going to fare as they come down the main straight once again. It's Magnus Kirklevi who leads the way. Josh Steed in 2nd. Waite is in 3rd. 4th is Isaac Smith in front of Hodgkiss and Turner. I didn't quite make out who that was in 7th position. I think that is Abby Locke, actually. I think it might have been Alfie Glennie who went around in the first couple of laps of the race. So I'll double check, but he's definitely gone from the scene if it was Alfie. So we'll double check and have another look at it as they come back over the link up towards the right-hander for Beckett's and back onto the hanger straight once again. So good little battle tucking up between these guys. Whoops, a bit of a moment there for Hodgkiss as we go on board for Ollie Turner. Hodgkiss kicking up a little bit of mud and rubbish into Oliver Turner's windscreen. I don't think he'll be too happy about that one. Down the main straight they will go once more. At the end of hanger into the braking zone for Stowe. Oh, Hodgkiss very, very aggressive on the brakes, very early in the brakes, and that left Ollie second guessing as to where he was going to position the car there. So Ollie's just got to focus on what he needs to do here. Brake late, brake later. Can he get a move on the inside line? He's not quite close enough yet to make that ultimate dive. As they come off of the Vale into Club Corner, the final turn once again. James Waite being in third position definitely helps him out. Definitely gives him a stronger point score. Quickly leading. Steed second. Then it's Waite, Smith, then Hodgkiss, then Turner. Then in the background, that looks to me like Abby Locke. And I think that's her in front of, I want to say Todd Garner, but from a distance it's tough to tell whether that's Garner's car or whether it's Ted Potts's. We'll double check as we get further back into that battle. Meanwhile, Hodgkiss is on the fight back trail and he's stepping up behind Isaac Smith once again as they challenge over fourth position. So good battles once again. It is Todd Garner behind Abby Locke, I noticed there. So problems still for Ted Potts off the line. And not quite sure what's happened to Alfie Glennie, but we'll double check later. Here's Hodgkiss chasing down Isaac Smith under the bridge. Up towards the braking zone for Stowe Corner. That's a very dirty windscreen for Hodgkiss. But then, of course, with the dirt from earlier and obviously having gone off the circuit a couple of times, there's a little bit of dust on the windscreen. And that could be causing a little bit of issue in terms of his concentration, because if you can't see as much as you want to see, that does get in your head a little bit. Meanwhile, James Waite is dropping the queue behind him and is trying to get after Josh Steed. There's a championship to win. He knows it. Whoa, 2 wheels up in the air for James Waite. He is pushing hard. He was trying to do a Gabriele Tarquini impersonation there as he came through the Vale, back onto the main straight. And so now he's charging after Josh Steed. So Steed in second position as they try and get after Magnus Cricknoway, but yet again, Cricknoway in the lead of a race has just got the pace, he's got the rhythm, and he's got full confidence in the car. That is what you need at this level. You need full and total faith in where you're putting the car and how you're going to control the overtake. Here is Hodgkiss having his own look at Isaac Smith. He's come from a fair way back, but I think that could happen. Isaac Smith comes around the outside, stops the move from happening. So Hodgkiss has another look. Tries to get a move on the inside there, square right, back on the power and down the hanger straight once more. Varying different lines on the approach to that bridge section of the course as they go under the bridge and down once again towards Stowe Corner. Windscreen wipers not really helping on this particular occasion. He could do with a bit more rain to clean that windscreen really. Down into the braking zone for Stowe. He's thinking about it. You need to make this decision. It's not quite happening, but what it has done is it's put Isaac Smith off and Hodgkiss has got a slightly smoother run and that could have done the move anyway. James Waite is pulling off the same trick on Josh Steed. Steed is going to outbrake him for the chicane. Is James Waite going to be able to hang back? Oh, and he's done it again! 2 wheels in the air for James Waite as he tries to get on terms with Josh Steed once more. Meanwhile, Smith has hung on in front of Hodgkiss and Turner. Brilliant racing in Fiesta Juniors. They really do give as good as they've got. Down the main straight again. James Waite decides that the inside line's not going to work. He's now going to go the other way. Meanwhile, Ollie Turner's going to make the same move on Hodgkiss, but Waite just sweeps through. That was an absolutely beautiful manoeuvre for Waite. I'm not even sure that our man in third position, Josh Steed, even realised that move was on until it happened, and then he had to back out of it. So very nice work there from Josh Steed to avoid, but James Waite just sailed past him there. Almost looked as if Josh Steed had a mechanical problem. Hodgkiss is now all over the back of the 23, Isaac Smith. There's the 22 of Ollie Turner. Comes off the turn and again a kick of the dust from Hodgkiss as Ollie Turner is just sat in position waiting for the opportunity to appear to him. He's good at seeing these opportunities and reading the situation well. He could do with getting a little bit more stuck in. He's a good driver when he gets the chance. He needs to be a little bit more aggressive in terms of how he positions the car, not in terms of what he does on the racetrack. That's better from Ollie. Much more like what he needs to do. He's read the situation from Hodgkiss there, burning down a little bit. Now he's got a chance. Is he going to cut across for the move? No, he's going to go for the outside line to tuck back in on the undercut. Hodgkiss protects. Ollie Turner's not done yet. He's not quite got the speed off the throttle to challenge, but Ollie Turner definitely starting to look a little bit more aggressive out there. You need to hustle a little bit more in these cars. They're all so evenly matched that you need to assert yourself when you're out on the circuit, and Ollie Turner is definitely starting to get closer to that mark now as he closes up on Hodgkiss. Hodgkiss plenty of curb on the way in through Abbey Corner. The car can get very unsettled there. He needs to continue this run and hold off Ollie Turner's charge. They're going to come through again into the braking zone for Village. Both a little bit deep, but they've got plenty of traction to get out of the corner without losing any ground at all. So Ollie Turner still pressurising Nathaniel Hodgkiss. They come into the right-hander again. Plenty of curb. Hodgkiss drives with a little bit more power out, but then kicks up the dust every time. Look, you can see that again. Ollie Turner's just that little bit more smooth. Both are very, very good ways of working it, but Hodgkiss carries more risk, of course, because you're putting wheels onto the dirt, and that can displace and disbalance the car. So he needs to be very careful how he positions it. Into the braking zone again for Stowe. Oh, the car's getting a bit twitchy. That'll be the tyres getting up to temperature again. Back on the curb. Down towards the braking zone for the chicane. Ollie Turner sizing up a move. He just wants to see what Hodgkiss is going to do as Josh Steed gets back on terms with James Waite. Gets back on the inside in the chicane. Waite is back to the inside of him yet again. And they are swapping positions once more. But I don't think Josh Steed is done yet. He's got another good move lined up on James Waite out of the exit of the final turn. If he keeps this going on, there is still a chance for Steed to grab a second place finish once more. Fifth position still up for debate. Looking back, that is Todd Garner now having made the move on Abbey Lock. So Todd Garner is on the comeback drive. Abbey Lock is working very solidly. There's Alfie Glennie, who had that spin a little bit earlier on. So Abbey Lock still trying to put pressure on Todd Garner. Now Ted Potts, I believe, is still running, although he is a long way down the order. But he's made a very good impression in his first ever race in the Fiesta Junior Championship, certainly his first ever weekend. And I have a feeling that Ted Potts, for the Daniels Motorsport team, has got a big future ahead of him. Could even be winning races next year if he's running as high as the top 5 in his first ever meeting. And that's, of course, where he was in race 1 at one point. On board with the Mill Street Motors man, Todd Garner, 62. Didn't get as long a race as he wanted in the first one in the wet conditions, but now in the dry, he's able to show a little bit more of what he can do. And that is definitely good news from his point of view. He's got that ability. He wants to show it wherever possible. Down into the braking zone, into the right-hander, roll off the power, and again, James Waite and Josh Steed side by side. Waite's going to roll off the corner. Josh Steed's going to get the inside line. Waite's going to have to cut him off, which he does. So James Waite holds on a second for the moment, but Josh Steed's going to get a faster line out of the final turn, and he'll have a little bit more momentum. Never mind, Magnus quickly up front. This is where the action is. Second down to 6. There's still plenty of racing to come from these guys as they come off the first corner once again. Josh Steed chasing down the second place man, James Waite, who of course with this result will definitely help his points tally in terms of the championship. Just flashing through, that was the championship leader potentially. Magnus Krickleby trying to close up on the advantage of James Waite. But Waite in second position will definitely alleviate some of the pressure by getting some good points on the board. If it stays like this, I'm fairly sure that Waite will still lead the championship. But if he has an issue now, as he did earlier on, then that could be a reverse position. Here's Nathaniel Hodgkiss chasing down Isaac Smith still for that for that fourth position, because Hodgkiss is currently in P5. Ollie Turner is right behind us as we ride on board into the braking zone for Stowe. On the far side of the circuit, Hodgkiss is really physical with the car in this section, and he's got good balance, good speed, good rhythm. They come under the gantry there and up towards the final chicane. So Isaac Smith is braking just that little bit later than Hodgkiss. Again, that's carrying plenty of risk, but it does seem to be faster for him in terms of where the balance is, as Ollie Turner drifts a little bit wide out of the chicane and onto the back straight, onto the main straight they go, now on the home stretch. And it looks as though we're settling down a little bit. Krickleby in the lead, Waite in second place, Steed is in third, and then we've got these three still duelling. Isaac Smith, Nathaniel Hodgkiss, and in sixth place Ollie Turner. A little way back from them, of course, is the Todd Garner Abbey Lock scrap for seventh place. Then it is then it is Alfie Glennie, then Ted Potts. So they run through, out of Village, into the link. And still, Isaac Smith is hanging on for dear life in fourth position. Hodgkiss and Turner have given him plenty of challenge over this race, but thus far, he has held on to it with gusto. Here we go again. Nathaniel Hodgkiss under the bridge, trying to make this move happen. This is going to be tight, to be fair, but Hodgkiss is going to find an opportunity in the braking zone if he keeps this travel, because he's cutting through the air faster than Isaac Smith. Smith moves across just enough to stop Hodgkiss getting a bit more aggressive on the brakes on the inside line, but he's still got a good line through as he hugs the apex, then comes back off the turn. A bit more curb from Isaac Smith will ease him down initially, but Smith is ready for him. He cuts across to the inside line. Hodgkiss is going to try and come again into the S's. This is really well defended from Isaac Smith, to be fair. He's doing a great job to defend the line. He's been very, very patient, and and he's hanging on for dear life at the moment in front of Nathaniel Hotchkiss, and he's doing exactly what he needs to do, making the car just wide enough. Waite's got a problem. James Waite's in trouble. This blows the championship to the season finale wide open, and Ollie Turner only just manages to sweep by in the 5th position. James Waite has a problem. Now, whether he just missed a gear or something was awry, because now he's up to speed again on Ollie Turner. Well, what on earth happened for James Waite? Did he have a gearbox issue? Or was there a slight dip in power? Well, I'm not sure we'll know for quite a while, because that looked very mysterious. What that means, of course, now is that puts Josh Steed back in a 2nd place, and this is now a battle for 3rd. Isaac Smith has got Nathaniel Hotchkiss all over the back of him, trying to get up into P3 now, and now Nathaniel Hotchkiss wants the place even more than ever. Here he goes, chops across from Isaac Smith. You're never going to get me there, mate. Try something new. It's okay, I'll cut back for the inside line and get a better run off the turn. Isaac Smith's going to have to come across and across and across. Nathaniel Hotchkiss is almost going into the pit lane as the space he's got to play with. Isaac Smith squeezing him big time. And now Ollie Turner back up the inside of James Waite. He gets through, and 2 wheels again from James Waite. He loves curb hopping. They come off the turn again, and Ollie Turner for the moment is hanging on to 5th. What on earth was it that held up James Waite? Because he had a major problem on the start-finish straight. And now look, Ollie Turner just moving across to stop James Waite coming through. But Waite is going to squeeze him back. God, that was a bit rude. James Waite forcing his way past Ollie Turner. And that was absolutely right, Ollie Turner. Furious with James Waite. Not at all easy with what happened there. Well, James Waite obviously feeling the pressure. Ollie Turner moved once to block the move, which you're entitled to do. And it looked to me as though James Waite took out his irritation on Ollie Turner as he went through. Now, I'm hoping that was not a deliberate move from James Waite. He's not really a dirty driver by reputation. But I wonder if just in the heat of the moment, it just got to him a little bit. Isaac Smith, Nathaniel Hotchkiss underneath him. Down to the braking zone. Can Hotchkiss get another good move here on Isaac Smith? Well, he's really got to keep the pressure rolling. That's Ted Potts being lapped by Josh Steed in front of us. Now we're going to catch up to Ted Potts relatively quickly. So there's a chance here for Nathaniel Hotchkiss to read Ted Potts. Look, he's gesturing Isaac Smith. He's got his indicator on to Ted Potts. Get out of the way, mate. So Isaac Smith just trying to hang on to 3rd position at the moment. Hotchkiss all over the back of him. Ted Potts moves aside. Good work from the rookie. He's definitely got mechanical issues because he was a lot faster in the wet in race 1. But he's still learning on the job, of course, is young Ted Potts. So we'll see him making good progress in the future. Up to 3rd place now has come Isaac Smith. Up to 4th has come Nathaniel Hotchkiss. This man, James Waite, is now in P5. So it's exactly where he was in the wet race earlier on. And that is not really where he wants to be, in all honesty. Hotchkiss now going to make the move on the inside of Isaac Smith. And this time, he gets the job done. That's a beautiful move from Nathaniel Hotchkiss up into P3. Isaac Smith's going to try and come back at him straight away. The car's getting a little bit tank slappy happy as he comes through the right-hander. We come back onto the hanger straight. Here is Ollie Turner trying to close up on this gap once again, but of course squeezed wide on the run to Abbey Corner. He has lost a lot of momentum as James Waite is going for a move of his own. Down the hanger straight. Ollie Turner's got a good view of it, but that looks to me as though James Waite's going to get the move done. Into Stowe Corner. Is he through? Yes. So James Waite through into P4 past Isaac Smith. Now Ollie Turner was kind of hoping those two would have a little bit more of a fisticuff match, because then they would hold each other up and Ollie Turner would have been able to gain some of the ground. So with Josh Steed into 2nd, Hotchkiss now in 3rd from Waite, Smith and Turner. It's a very different result to what we saw in race 1, although the winner is still going to be the same, Magnus Krickleby, and 2nd is still going to be the same actually in Josh Steed. But 3rd position is still going to be a very interesting challenge. So Steed is through turn 2. He's loving this car at the moment, the way it's set up. Mutation Motorsport have done an absolutely terrific work with him over the course of the season, and he's now feeling much more comfortable and composed about the way his season has evolved. In through the hairpin at the village and up towards the link. There's James Waite, your championship leader, currently running P4 on the road, fighting his way back after what I'm guessing has got to be some kind of a gearbox issue, where he's missed a couple of gears or whatever it was. The selection wasn't very easy. For this man up front, though, Magnus Krickleby, he is just marching to another victory, and that will give us an amazing title showdown at the season finale. So he's going to have a really exciting run to the end here, Magnus Krickleby. So they go under the bridge, and it will be a very strong end to his weekend as Magnus Krickleby takes 2 victories at the exact moment he needed to in the championship fight. So now it is basically in that last round of the championship in a few weeks' time, it is going to be anybody's guess as to who is going to be the Fiesta Junior champion. Last lap, so it's now or never to try and keep up with Magnus Krickleby, but look at the gap he's built up over him and Josh Steed. It's nearly the entire length of the main straight as he goes through Abbey Corner for the last time, and this sets us up for what we wanted, a title showdown. The last thing you want in a championship is one man running away from it and disappearing into the distance. We've not had that this year. It's been feisty and competitive throughout, and Krickleby needed to make big gains this weekend to set us up for a season finale showdown, and that is exactly what he has done. Great work from Magnus Krickleby all weekend here, and he is going to have 2 wins out of 2. In the wet, he was very strong indeed. In the dry, he will prove to be just as invincible. And as they go down the hanger straight for the last time, Magnus Krickleby will go into the braking zone for Stowe. He doesn't need to push it at this point. He just needs to cruise it home. He's built enough of a gap to be comfortable. You don't need to dominate, Magnus. You just need to finish first. But he's a racing driver. He wants to get home as fast as possible to start the celebrations. A really good run again from Magnus Krickleby, who is going into the season finale with a genuine chance in this rhythm and in this mode to go one better in the championship fight and to take the Fiesta Junior Championship. He's going to have to work hard to get there, but now he knows he can. Out of the final turn, and Magnus Krickleby makes it 2 wins out of 2 here at Silverstone on the international circuit. Exactly what he wanted to do this weekend. We look back, and it will be Josh Steed, who yet again comes home in second place. A great second half to the season for Josh, and James Waite has fought his way through to third in front of Nathaniel Hodgkiss, so hopefully he can tell us what it was that caused him to slow up mid-race. Third for James Waite then, but he has been given a penalty, we are told. So it is Hodgkiss who comes home third in front of Isaac Smith and Ollie Turner. Waite is 7th from Garner, Locke, Glennie and Potts. In the championship standings, James Waite is now just 1 ahead of Krickleby, with Steed and Smith tied for 3rd. Turner is 5th ahead of Todd Garner. What a showdown it's going to be.
Magnus, 2 from 2 and a much easier race victory this time round than this morning. Wasn't really much for you to talk about, is there?
No, that's not a lot, but I managed to get the gap on Steed, and then I just I knew I could manage it, so it went well from there.
I don't know how much you could see in the rear view mirrors, but there was quite a battle going on behind you, which was slowing everyone else down and giving you the opportunity to go out in front.
Yeah, I could see a little bit. I could see them changing position, going onto the back straight, but I couldn't see the actual fight.
Well, it's given you the victory, and it means that you take the title down to the final rounds at Brands Hatch. Yep.
Sales going down somewhere.
So, yep. So with your performance this weekend at Silverstone, the title goes down to the wire at Brands Hatch. Looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it, and hopefully I'll come out on top.
Well, we look forward to seeing you there. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, second podium this weekend at Silverstone. Tough racing out there.
Very tough racing. That was actually my first time out in the dry at this circuit. It was really challenging. First few laps really got to me. I struggled quite a bit on defending, but I've noticed I started to pick up the pace by about the 5th lap, and then that's when I started gaming on James. We were battling, but no, it was a really good race.
Lots going on throughout the field, certainly mixing it up there with the front-running guys. Hoping to carry that forward to Brands Hatch?
Definitely. Brands Hatch is my home circuit, so I'm really looking forward to what will happen there, and I know my team, Mutation Motorsport, will do their best to get me on that top step again.
Well, we look forward to seeing you there. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
James, 3rd place in the second race there, but potentially controversial move on Turner. Talk us through what happened out there on track, because there was a lot of action going on and you seem to be in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's a tricky start to the race. I was getting tangled up in a few of other people's battles, and then I got stuck in 3rd in the last few laps, and so I didn't have 3rd for the rest of the race, which was pretty tricky. But as I was going past Ollie, he wasn't giving me much room. As he was going down the straight, he was trying to defend and swerve, so he just hit me, which meant I didn't have nowhere to go, and just pulled the front of me in. But it's just a racing incident. There's nothing we can do about it. He probably didn't see me, so yeah.
Okay. Magnus has closed up on you now a little bit in the championship. It goes down to the wire at Brands Hatch. What can you do?
I don't know. I'm pretty confident with Brands. He worked out well at the start of the season, so let's see what we can do from there. I also want to thank Jamsport. They're an amazing job this weekend. So the car where it is, I can't thank them enough.
Brilliant. Well, we look forward to seeing you at Brands Hatch. Congratulations once again on your podium.
Okay, thank you. Cheers.